This is INCRadio DCEM 954, the voice of truth, the official radio station of the Church of Christ or Iglesianicristo.
Welcome to LABNOTES, brought to you by INCRadio Virginia and the Carolinas. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning. Magandang umaga po. Thank you for joining us today. I'm Brother Andrew Wynn, live here from windy High Point, North Carolina. Today on our broadcast, we will discuss the positive impact of delegating tasks, the multiplier effect, the 3 C's of delegation, and the 4 stages of leveling up. Today, we are blessed with 3 excellent guest panelists. Brother Mark Longett, please introduce yourself.
Hello to all our viewers. Thank you for coming onto the show today. We hope you enjoy today's topic and we hope you have fun also in our live chat.
Well, thank you, Brother Mark. And we see a lot of people active in the live chat. Brother Carl, can you please introduce yourself?
Hello, everyone. Thanks again for joining us here in INCRadio. I'm Brother Carl from Charlotte, North Carolina, and pretty excited to see what we have for today.
Excellent. And we're glad to have you. Sister Lauren, say hello.
Hello, everyone. I'm Sister Lauren Vaz, live directly from Charlotte. Thank you so much for joining us today, and I hope you guys enjoy our topic.
Excellent. And the main topic is leveling up in communication, the science behind leveling up in delegating tasks. But before we continue, Brother Mark Longett, do you see anything that you'd like to highlight in our chat? I see a lot of brethren enthusiastically typing away in our chat. What are they saying to us?
So what I see here in our chat are so many brethren, one of them being Kapatid Mario Oka from the Philippines. Greetings to you, brother. And Sister Macy Yama from Virginia Beach. Sister Rochelle May Longit also greeting everybody. So it's really good to see everybody around the district and around the world po. So happy viewing po.
Excellent. Thank you for everyone who's joining us. Sister Lauren, who do you see in our chat and what are they saying?
I see Sister Marina live from the local congregation of Charlotte greeting all the other locales. Thank you so much for joining us. Sister Anna Blash as well, greeting everyone as well. Thank you so much for joining us.
And we'd like to ask 2 reflection questions to those on the web or on our YouTube chat. In a school group project, and you can also relate this to work if you'd like, how should a student who is the leader delegate tasks to the students in the group? So this is something we can chime in on our YouTube chat. And also, in a work environment, what style of delegation do you prefer from a boss? Now let's get to our discussion points. Sister Lauren, if you could touch on why those given the responsibility of accomplishing tasks as a result of delegation feel better.
Yes, so when tasks are delegated, people usually feel better because it shows that they are trusted and capable. And being given responsibility can boost confidence, increase motivation, and make someone feel valued, especially if it is a difficult task. It also helps people feel more involved and important in the work they are doing. So, in addition to this, in my opinion, giving and receiving compliments can also help an individual to feel like hey, I did a good job. So their future performance inside their workplaces or future group projects can also lead to a positive and better self improvement and results, as well as it is a really good opportunity to gain new skills or explore deeper the skills that you already have.
So, Sister Lauren, how do you feel? I'm going to present two different situations between the two. The first one, the group leader tries to be Superman and do everything yourself, and you're a group member sitting to the side, or where the group leader says, okay, we've got 6 tasks in front of us and 6 members. I'm going to assign one to each of y'all, and you comment and say if that's right, then I'm going to do the last task. Which scenario do you prefer?
I would say I prefer the second scenario, mostly because it's not um, all to me to do. I'm not responsible for the whole project. So I would rather prefer to separate the tasks and like give each one of them something for them to do so they can also help and cooperate, as well as they can feel like motivated and like, hey, I also received this grade, or like, hey, I also received this positive feedback because I did something, rather than I do everything and then they are outside just looking at me.
Excellent. And I hope the other groups learn from that so that can work very well. Um, Brother Carl, can you describe the multiplier effect?
Yeah, so the multiplier effect is what we say when a small initial change triggers a chain reaction, which gives us a greater impact. So, for example, in a restaurant, if a restaurant raises the price of a burger from, let's say, $4 to $5, they might make 1,000 more dollars in profit. So this is actually a concept in economics, but we can very much apply this here in the context of teams. In this case, the leader is the multiplier. So a leader who is good at managing your team and delegating tasks is what we call a force multiplier. So a good leader makes everyone's jobs much easier to do. So if a team member's job is easier to do, then that means the team as a whole can accomplish their goal much faster. So this is why it's important to not just have a good leader, but also to be a good team member, because the relationship goes both ways for you two. So if the leader is good, that means he makes your job easier, and vice versa. If you can work well with the leader, then the leader's job is easier, which makes the team as a whole better.
Now, Brother Carl, can you help us as far as throughput, meaning we get from the start to the finish of something, or with a timeline? How does a good delegating leader compare to I'm going to do everything and it's just going to drag out leader, as far as getting the accomplished task and the whole project done in a quick and manner with quality results?
So the difference between a good leader and I guess say a bad leader is, in my opinion, I think it's in how much they know their teammates and how their ability to balance the tasks between them. Because again, I think I mentioned this like in our last discussion. As a leader, you have to know your teammates' strengths and weaknesses. So if a leader is putting the wrong people in the wrong tasks, I wouldn't say the team is going to do well. So a good leader is someone who can who can put the right people in the right tasks because because they know their teammates well.
Brother Carl, I like what you have to say about leaders, and I hope all of us can remember what you've said when it's our turn to be a leader. Brother Mark, can you break down the 3 C's of delegation?
So there are 3 C's when it comes to delegation, that being clarity, competence, and confidence. So with clarity, you need to be able to explain well to your team members what tasks they need to do, and if they need to be any kind of specification, be sure to specify that to them so they'll be able to complete their tasks to the best of their ability, and maybe if not, that's where we move into competence, and that is where we find who we find the most capable. And if we find whoever is the most capable of completing a task, then it will allow for that task to be done quicker. And the most important one, I believe, is confidence. Be able, as a leader, you should be able to trust in your team or have that kind of confidence. So not only will it boost morale, but it will allow for the task maybe to get done even quicker than anticipated.
Now, it's interesting, Brother Mark, because someone you know very well, Brother Jeffrey Mulatto, says in our chat, delegating tasks can be done if the team is ready for delegating. So that goes into the competence. You've got to find someone who's competent to do the job that you want. You've got to have the confidence and trust in the team. And you, as a leader, have to have clarified the task directly. So, again, I'm going to read what Brother Jeffrey Mulatto said. Delegating the task can be done if the team is ready for delegating. So we as individual team members, saying you're the leader, we need to be ready to accept and do what you give us as a leader. Now, what I'd like you to do, Brother Mark, if you can find anything else you'd like to highlight on from the online chat before we continue with our discussion points.
All right. Another great comment from Brother Jeffrey Malotto is to identify first the members of the team and to see if they are ready to do the task. And to add on to that, if you're able to identify those people, then you'll be able to get to work immediately. If not, you have to keep searching. And let's see. I can also see some were viewers again from the local congregation of Charlotte and Somerville. Happy viewing to all our viewers, Paul.
Excellent. Thank you. Sister Lauren, can you delineate the 4 stages of leveling up delegation?
Yes, so the 4 stages of leveling up delegation starts with first investigation, where the person researches the task and reports back their findings. The second stage is informed results, where they recommend actions and get approval before moving forward. The third stage is also informed results, but where they take action and then update the leader with the results. And the final stage is ownership, where full responsibility is delegated, allowing the leader to focus on higher level strategy and planning.
So, Sister Lauren, have you ever been in a situation where you're leading a group and because of other challenges not beyond your control, you have not been able to achieve all 4 levels of leveling up in delegation, or maybe you've achieved 1 or 2 or 3 of those levels?
Oh, yes, Brother Andrew, a lot of times, especially during my high school years. Um, Again, these 4 stages are not possible if the group, the participants or the group members doesn't cooperate. So sometimes I had to face a lot of group projects where I have to do the whole thing. I completed myself the whole 4 stages. But even though I was communicating with them like all the time, like, hey, this is what I did, this is what I found. So I was expecting them to correspond to me, to my enthusiasm, like, hey, let's get this project done, let's get this part done. But because of the group not cooperating or like not communicating on what's going on, I couldn't even reach past after the first level.
I think what you're commenting on, some teachers can relate to, and there's hoping that all students from now on will work with their leaders so that we can all do our fair share. Brother Mark, can you elaborate on establishing a clear communications channel?
So one of the important things in establishing or having a effective communication channel, like say a group chat, a group stream, or maybe even in-person face-to-face talk, we should make it clear, or let's say in general, for leaders should be able to ensure their team members that open communication is always available and that any team member can ask any question regarding their task. Along with each member should provide status updates on wherever they may be with their task. And the team leader, if needed, can give feedback on maybe how to do those tasks better, or maybe even how they could work together to fix the issue at hand.
Well, I'm hoping that all of us, whether we're leaders or other teammates who are having tasks delegated to us, can feel comfortable with our leader so that kind of communication can be engendered. Brother Carl, what is your experience with delegating tasks or having tasks delegated to you, or both?
So I remember an experience I had last semester in our math class, because I'm a college student. Our professor assigned us a final group project where we had to make a research poster. And so the challenge here was that we were assigned this project about 2 weeks, or 2 weeks before the end of the semester. So we only had like a week to do the whole project before we had to submit it. So um, being that this is the end of the semester, we all had our final exams that we were like really focusing on in like three other classes. So we were all very busy, which is why we didn't actually start the project until 2 days before the deadline. so so up to that point, everyone was silent. No one was talking. So this is why, like Brother Mark said, this is why you need to have good communication between your teammates, so you won't end up in this situation. But yeah, so we had zero progress done, and it was like 2 days before the deadline. So being that no one else was like communicating, everyone else was probably busy. So I had to take the initiative to essentially, I guess, be the leader. So I had to message everyone in the group chat, "Hey guys, I think we need to start doing our project because we have 2 days left." And yeah, needless to say, thankfully everyone was able to respond in time. There were three of us in the group. Yeah, everyone was able to communicate effectively despite only having 2 days. We were all able to delegate our tasks to whoever was good at what. And yeah, we were able to finish our project. It's a very I'd say a learning experience for sure.
Well, thank you for your persistence and relating that story to us. So all of us in future groups will come together to avoid such, shall we say, scary time crunches where we hear the clock going tick tock, and we're trying to get the project done. Now, what I'd like to do is have each of us give our shout outs and our warmest greetings. Brother Mark Longett, if you could start us off.
First, I would like to give our warmest greetings to our Executive Minister, Brother Eduardo V. Manalo, and Brother Angelo Ranyo Manalo, for always leading us and guiding us in allowing us to have these sort of things to where we may be able to learn new ways we could, live our lives. I would also like to give our warmest greetings to Brother Stephen Essential and his family, Brother Ray de Mesa, and to all our ministers here in the district. I would also like to give a shout out to our resident minister, Brother Jeffrey Maloto, and his wife, Sister Tess. I would also like to give a shout out to my parents, Brother James, Sister Rochelle May Longett, and to my brother, Brother Eli Longett, and to all the brethren here in the South Carolina region, and to Brother Jericho. Good to see you, brother.
Excellent. Sister Lauren, can you give your greetings?
Yes, so I would like to send my greetings to my family, and Brother Ricardo Vaz and Sister Shayla Vaz, as well as my younger sibling, Sister Daphne Vaz. I would like to send my greetings as well to all the viewers and from Charlotte and all from the other locales as well. Thank you so much for joining us.
And Brother Carl, if you could give your greetings.
Thank you, Brother Andrew. I'd like to give a shout out, a greeting to my parents, Brother Marvin Damuwag and Sister Annalisa Damuwag, my siblings, Vincent Liz Damuwag, and to the locale of Charlotte and the district of Virginia and Carolinas. Thank you so much, po, for tuning in, and have a blessed day.
Now, I would like to promote and get everybody interested in submitting videos. But before you do, coordinate with Sister Lucy Anchetta. These could be videos on sports, on arts, on having your own wood shop in your garage, on baking, on cooking, on planting, on care for planting, just a myriad of possible topics. But before you make your video, run the ideas and the concept past Sister Lucy Anchetta, our producer. And if she approves and everybody else approves, you might see your video in a future broadcast. If you're talented and you're good at a skill, but you're scared to be live on a video, you could be in the background directing others how to do it, and they could be featured on the video. But we're looking for videos of various do-it-yourself or DIYs that we can show in future broadcasts, because let's educate our brethren how we like to have fun, how we like to do things better. Now, Kuya Tech, if you could play the current church news and updates bumper, and then
Church current news and update. Church current news and update.
Thank you, Brother Mike Blash, for that very enthusiastic voiceover. So this weekend, tomorrow, February 8th at 4 p.m. Eastern Time, will be our SCAN special gathering at the congregations of Virginia Beach, High Point, and Charleston for the 37th SCAN anniversary. And next Saturday, February 14th, will be our SCAN Grand Eyeball activity at Norfolk at 4 p.m. Eastern Time. We would also like to wish happy birthdays to Sister Christine Asilo and Sister Pat A.
Thank you very much, Brother Mark. We're glad to have you doing the church news. Now we'd like to hear Kuya Tech about the most active local congregation.
Here are our winners of our most active local congregation. 5th place, Fayetteville, North Carolina. 4th place, Virginia Beach, Virginia. 2nd place, High Point, North Carolina. 2nd place, Charlotte, North Carolina. 1st place, Charleston, South Carolina. Congratulations, and don't forget to put your 4-letter of your local congregation in each comment.
For instance, the local congregation of Richmond, RICH. And if you have questions about what your code is for your local congregation, please contact Sister Lucy Anchetta, Sister Lorraine, or myself, and we'll be happy to give you your 4-letter abbreviation so you can put it in the chat. And make sure you subscribe to INC Radio so you can get into our chat and comment and join us and share your insights on the topic, your greetings for brethren throughout the district, and maybe brethren all over the world or other friends who you might know who might be listening to our broadcast. Now, Sister Lauren, can you say anything from the internet? There's been so many things in the chat. What would you like to share from the chat to everybody on the broadcast?
The brethren are still continuing greeting each other. Sister Diana Sanako, Brother Jeffrey Malotto, Brother Melvin, yes, po.
Okay, excellent. Brother Mark, what would you like to share from the chat? Who's chiming in? What are they telling us?
So for today, I have seen a lot of the brethren from the local congregation of Somerville. So I would like to greet Sister Tess Elisa, their secretary. I would also like to say hello to the Conception brothers. Thank you for joining us today. And for Brother Edzo, thank you also for joining us today. It's good to see everybody here on the live chat.
And just so they know, in Somerville, SUMM is your 4-letter code abbreviation for the chat. And thank you, Somerville, for making your presence known in our chat. And I'm sure that Charleston enjoys that, because Somerville and Charlotte work together on many things. So we're happy about that. Now, none of this would be possible without the support of some brothers. First of all, Brother Eduardo V. Manalo, our beloved executive minister. Maraming salamat po. To Brother Angelo Iranio Manalo, our Deputy Executive Minister, thank you very much. To Brother Stephen Inocencio Jr., our District Supervising Minister, thank you so very much. To Brother Ray M. De Mesa, our Assistant District Minister, thank you so much. To Brother Melvin Bayangoan, our Christian Family Overseer, thank you again very much. To Brother Denzel Van Malapit, our District Multimedia Advisor, maraming salamat po. To Brother Wally Tarai, our Station Manager, thank you for all that you do. To Brother Manly Andaya, our Executive Producer, thank you for your hard work and all you do. To all our listeners, we thank you so much, and be here again next week. Let's wave goodbye to everybody. Thank you, brothers and sisters. Thank you to our loyal listeners. Thank you to Sister Lauren. Thank you to Brother Carl. Thank you to Brother Mark. Thank you to our Kuya Tech. Have a great day.